Do you matter? Do I matter? How do we know that we truly matter? We could get a feeling that we are just a speck of dust in the universe, in the galaxies, and totally insignificant. And in that respect, could be true. As God as creator, yes. But as my relationship with God, there I'm truly significant. How do I know that I'm truly significant? It's because God is actually looking at me right now, and you, and everybody. He doesn't have eyes that can only look at one person or several people. Not physical eyes. I mean, he has eyes, but not physical eyes, and therefore doesn't have the limitations of my eyes. But he's looking at each and every one of us, scrutinizing, are we in our inner heart of hearts, in our thoughts, truly serving him as fitting, or just getting by? Why is he doing that? Because it matters to him. He cares. It's important to him that my thoughts, my feelings, my, most importantly, behavior is fitting. I matter. How much? So much so that God is looking at me specifically? That's how much I matter? For me, the world was all created, that God looks specifically at me, is what I need to think. Ooh. So it's not that, God is making with his finger, oh, I see you, little Yankele, Schmerele, Ronnie. I see, I don't know. It didn't, that's what the Alter Rebbe is saying. And God is scrutinizing to see. Are we? So we need to be aware of that. That's the key. Our self-awareness of that reality. What will that do? Well, it'll get you out of bed. It'll get you to do something good. And not only do good, but to do as best as you can that good. Why? Why? Because obviously it matters to him. It's important. So much so that he's not scrutinizing the entire world with one look, which is scrutinizing me specifically. Me. Am I serving him as fitting? Now, if I meditate upon that, which can be a brief moment, what will happen? So when I come to study Tanya, as we're doing now, or I come to put on tefillin, pray to God, give charity, whatever it is, whoa, will that be done in a different space? Head space, heart space, literally space. Going to be done in such profound manner, in a beautiful way, as a result. How empowering. So whereas people will look at it, God is scrutinizing me, he's judging me. No, it's not about judgment at all. It's about God is present. He's real. He's present, and you matter. So much so that he's not just scrutinizing your, your facade, how you appear. That's what matters to him. You got your Hollywood look on? Do you have your, your good face so everybody can think you're wonderful? That's all God's interested in. Wants to know inside, are you wonderful? Now, ultimately what he wants is that this should affect this awareness. This should affect our behavior. And we will act differently because of God's presence. It's real to me. So much, so present for me, looking at me specifically. Wow. Amazing. All right. I'll have to bring on that. Any questions, any comments? Reminder for bringing tonight at 7:30. It's going to be on Zoom. Get that. How do
Recording in progress.
Oops. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the actual link. My apologies. Give me a moment. Okay. One second. Any questions? Any comments? Any thoughts? I don't see anything. Instagrammers. Reminder that Rambam today, 1 o'clock. And very important, write upon to the Rebbe, Rebbe at Chabad.org. David, if you can put that up, that would be great. Also on Instagram. That would be amazing. Time to write to the Rebbe and ask for blessings. Tell him a bit about yourself. That would be beautiful. Okay. Michael, please share with us about today's teachings.
In the Higher Yom of today was written that we should.
Can we use? We're gonna deal with the Hayom Yom by the Fabringen, so maybe let's wait for that.
It fits to this day because we learned today that we should serve the. I can have another question.
Okay.
We and thanks for the Fabringen to the Rabbi's birthday. We learned earlier that we need fear and love of God as wings to elevate our mitzvot to higher worlds.
Right.
And today we learned, or yesterday, that we need more fear of God than love, and that we can see this, that we need even fear in the positive commandments. And
right.
We learned that the wings at a bird are the arms at man's.
Right.
That chesed, love is in the right arm, and gerura, fear is in the left arm.
Right.
And like we learned that severity gets weakened by gerurot gets weakened by everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? But we learned also that we have to draw somebody closer to Yiddishkeit with the right arm more than we have to reject him.
Right.
And that we bring him so that we have so the most success. And it's actually that's a reflection, a mirror. We have to fear God more than we love him. And
what the Alter Rebbe is saying here, this is the beginning of divine service, is fear. Fear means presence of God, that God is present, and how not only is he present, but he is actually able to see what's going on inside of you. Are you truly serving or not? Because you matter, right? So that's the beginning, the core, and the root of all divine service, is that God is present in your life. He's real. What does it mean he's present? How do we understand that he's present? That when you will be mindful, you will think that God is seeing what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your thoughts. Well, if you are thinking that, that will give you the capacity to do the mitzvah in in a way that God is truly present, and that you are doing it, in a illuminated fashion, that mitzvah. So that's what the concept over here. Fear means here presence. I've used this example before, that when someone walks into the room and you're alone in your own thoughts and your own behavior, you act one way. But the moment someone's there, and it could be no one of great importance, but imagine if the person was of great importance came into the room, you just, you check your shirt, you check your, are you presentable, are you behaving properly, and, even get your thoughts in order, right? So this is the concept of fear that is the basis of serving God, okay? So that's the concept over here. Is that clear?
I wanted to know if this was the reason, because it was actually the opposite, that he loves us more than he judges us, because we more of the 70 gets sweetened. Yes, this was
Right. That was a different idea. That's not, that was the previous chapter. Now we're honing in on what it means, reverence, reverence, what it means, fear. It means the presence of God, and that He's actually scrutinizing me because what I do in my life matters to Him. To have that, be aware of that the mitzvah I'm engaged in right now, I'm studying Tanya with you, to everyone, and that is of great importance, so much so that God is scrutinizing me at this moment, that I am giving my all to it. What is that going to do? It's just going to make me learn better, teach better, be better. That's the point. Whereas sweetening of severity is a different idea. A different idea. It's what is accomplished through the mitzvah that we do, and as opposed to here, getting the basic dimension of how to engage in a mitzvah, in divine service. Okay, thank you, Michael. Simcha's asking, how do we know what our service is? Well, mitzvahs, studying Torah, giving charity, praying, celebrating, Jewish people celebrating Passover, eating matzah, telling the Haggadah, Shabbos, and so on and so forth. That's what our service is. And to do that in an illuminated way, that it's not just an act, but to do it in an illuminated fashion is what we're talking about over here.
Rabbi?
Go ahead, Vilma.
So Norm had a question about what the link was that you wanted to post.
So I posted it on Facebook. It is the link to the Zoom, but you just put in 770 60 85 770, which is the address World Headquarters of Chabad, 770 Eastern Parkway. So 2 times 770, and then 6085, which is my home address, 6085.
send him a messenger.
Thank you. I'm just driving, so I was trying to help.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so if you can send it, put it on Messenger. Perfect. All right, folks, 1 o'clock today. Rambam, 7:30 Farbrengen. In the meantime, write upon to the Rebbe. You can do that on ohelchabad.org. And I look forward for everybody to join us later this evening. All right, I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zurich and Kadesh in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share it with you, Tanya. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful birthday.